What productivity gurus are not telling you is that becoming the version of yourself that you aspire to become requires a lot different approach than it is marketed to us. It all goes down to these fundamental things that I'm going to talk about in this video today, and I will mention them and build them from list to most important ones, so make sure you're gonna keep watching so you actually understand this concept. I would greatly appreciate if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel so I will be able to create more of this free content for you and stay motivated for you to keep showing up. You are made of physical, mental, and spiritual bodies. And only working on one of them is not gonna get you far. So if you're constantly listening to gurus that are only talking about spiritual stuff or only talking about outside world, like how you can like sleep and eat and move better so you see progress, if you're working on these things separately, I'm sure it is very hard for you to see progress, because yes, one might kind of cause the other one to change somehow, but in that case it is kind of involuntary, like you didn't intend to do it, and it becomes even longer and longer for you to progress and see the actual shift in your life and in yourself. The keys that I'm going to give you are balancing each other out, so it will actually give you the metrics and you will be able to see progress under 2 weeks, as I already did and tested on myself. And I've been trying to figure out what is it that can help me, but like really help me to see the progress in myself. Because sometimes, you know, it is so hard, especially in this world where we are full of negative information. Our brain is wired to think negatively. Even when something good is happening, it's like we are wired to compare ourselves to others and our life to others' lives. And I've been trapped in this for so long, and that is probably a different topic for a different day. But in this video, I'm gonna give you all 5 keys that are balancing each other out. So end result of working on these 5 things is definitely gonna show up in your life very soon. Key number 1. Let me start with this very common problem, which is procrastination. And wait, let me give you very different perspective on what procrastination is and how to defeat it for real. Procrastination is first and best way to drain your energy. If you think that by procrastinating and maybe I'm gonna do this tomorrow, you are not actually winning time. This is something that takes away time and takes away your energy, because while you're overthinking about when and how you're gonna do this, there's a lot of time and energy going into this, which drains you so much you're not even aware of it. Something that you're dreading the most to do is something that would give you the peace of mind if you would do this right now. I know it is not a very easy thing to work on if you're suffering from this thing, because this is not something you control most of the time, but as soon as you give it some explanation to what this procrastination is and you become aware of it in the moment, there is no chance that it's not gonna give you at least a little boost. And while you're procrastinating, it literally drains your mental battery and infects your motivation, because subconsciously you're processing it as something you're unable to do. Obviously, you're not consciously or mindfully doing this, delaying something or overthinking about you're going to do this or not. But all this process is very subconscious. It kind of leaves you feeling more tied down and defeated. It is like a mental load of pending task and source of self-criticism for the future, because you didn't do it and now you have to do it in the last minute. And let me tell you, it is far more exhausting than doing this 10 or 20 minute work that you could put into it right now. Here's a little trick that helps me stop procrastinating or stop delaying any kind of work that I'm about to do. And it is the statement about your brain, that your brain is the final boss. And I don't like having bosses. As soon as I become aware of procrastination, that I'm procrastinating right now, I think of that statement. Brain is the final boss. No, I'm not gonna let it be my final boss. I'm just gonna stand up and do it. Just test it. Maybe it's gonna work for you as well if you don't like having bosses, obviously. And in my case, it works. Last time I checked it, it really worked for me. If this is not gonna help, probably you will need to invest more time into figuring out what is the best way for you to become aware of procrastination in the moment and just live it right there and start doing. Second key, and kind of cliche, and you should give me a few minutes to prove you that this is a very important thing, and I will give you a different perspective on how to work on this, and it is physical movement. And it's not gonna work if you're just going to the gym and it feels like a chore. Anything that feels like a chore, you're gonna live it. You're gonna stop it one day. If you want lifelong health, lifelong success, doing something for sake of doing it is not gonna work for you. Anything that you treat like a chore doesn't have same effect as for someone who is doing this because they love it, because it has way different effect on them and effect on their lives. So instead of thinking about the gym and dreading it, you should definitely find something that you absolutely love doing. For example, it is dancing for me, and it is not very pleasurable for me to go to the gym all the time, even though I know that I'm gonna feel very good. I still feel like it's not as pleasant for me as to go to dance class. So I literally can't wait till dance classes come. So you need to find something, literally any type of sport or physical activity that you will find enjoyable. You should try to sticking it, and it will definitely change your energy levels, because we are meant to move. Our human bodies are meant to move. You're not meant to just sit down and, your blood cells need it. Yeah, forcing yourself is another way to drain yourself of energy and all the inspiration you could keep for your projects or betterment of your life. And I can guarantee you, if there is at least one person in your life who you would love to exchange lives with, or you would love their lifestyle or success, I can guarantee you they move. They are physically active. I do not know any person on this planet Earth who is successful, happy, and is not physically active. Another reason to believe that this thing works. Key number 3, and also kind of cliche, but it's definitely not cliche, because you are what you eat. And that is so true. It's not about dieting or restricting food. This is literally about finding a right way to eat. Your energy is straightly connected to how you eat. What you eat first. When do you eat first? Do you eat at the same time?
Are you breathing well? Are you eating well? Are you okay daily? And what time do you go to sleep at night? Because I'm here to help you.
It was not a very long time ago when I realized that I do not have energy for anything, and I was so tired of being tired. And I decided to sit down and find out what the is holding me back. Why do I lack energy? Why do I not have motivation or inspiration for anything? And let me tell you, I found out that my meal schedule is f***ed up. And all the information is free, let me tell you. Let me remind you, all the information on the internet is free. ChatGPT, all the AI tools, all the food bloggers and nutritionists. There are so many people who give you free information on the internet. And if you want to keep your health and energy all the way up, you need to first and foremost, you need to work out your meal schedule, food you are eating. And if your blood sugar is spiking all the time, and if you're not taking protein first, and if you're not taking your greens, and you expect your body to work normally, how is this possible? It means that you're imagine not charging your batteries on your phone and still be frustrated with your phone, why aren't you working normally? Why are you dying? Wake up. No, it's not gonna work, right? Till you charge it, it's not gonna work. Or if you're gonna charge it till 10% only and expect it to do all the work in 10%, it would be impossible, right? It's like reprogramming your whole biological system for success. That's what it is. Key number 4, and very essential for me, is to find constant source of inspiration. And I was not sure if I was able to find this, because what's something that can inspire me like constantly. And I realized I can use social media and internet for my own good. And instead of spending all my time on comparison and like, envying people or just scrolling, I can use it for finding inspiration. And if there's anyone you admire, please find them on social media and follow them. And just mute everyone else's stories and everything besides them. Just watch them and get inspired by their body, by their lifestyle. I want to check out only these people. So it actually gives me something and fuels me to be more like them.
Oh, hey guys, this is me while editing, and I want to make sure I give you additional information about what I meant, because I don't want you to misunderstand this. Sorry about my puffy face. My allergies are killing me. Okay, stop explaining yourself. Yeah, so I mean to do this only if you don't tend to compare yourself to these people who have lifestyle that you really want to have. If you're on that stage already in your life where you're not like comparing yourself and don't feel like you're a failure because you're not like them already, then you can do this. And especially you need to find right type of people for this. For example, those who actually give you speech and give you their personality online, not those who just try to show only perfect sides of their lives. Don't get me wrong, I love girlies who give me wonderful aesthetics on Insta pages and stuff. And now I'm still working on it, but it is very minor to what I used to do in the past. Like, I couldn't just look at these people and not feel like I'm a failure and I'm behind in life. But nowadays, now that I've started to work on my mindset and I got to that point where I'm like, okay, I actually can use them as my motivation instead of like bullying myself like why I'm not like them already. I can think of them as people who have similar lifestyle as my higher self, and I can just look up to them and get inspiration from them instead of being like envious or jealous. Okay, so that's something you need to keep in your mind if you're gonna use this as one of the ways to inspire yourself. Okay, now back to the video.
That is one of the ways to stay inspired, and the other thing is to find hobby. Again, it could be something related to physical activity that you're gonna find in the future and stick to it, and maybe you're gonna find people there, or maybe this hobby itself can inspire you. So it could be literally anything from person to, I don't know, even poster. If there is any visually like arousing picture for you, I mean mentally, you could put it on your wall. Like, there are a lot of cool posters or visuals that really inspire me. When I look at them, it kind of fuels my energy somehow. Yeah, inspiration is really good source of energy to shift you from where you are right now to a better place. When you're constantly exposed to what's possible and what's positive and what truly excites you, it kind of gives you inner North Star to navigate to. And especially in challenging days, and especially in the days where it is very hard for you to move forward. These things kind of remind you of your higher self or where you could be. And fifth key to shifting from your tired self to your higher self is inner work. Inner work is a very broad term, so I'm gonna narrow it down. And it is being honest. It is, truth hurts, truth hurts. And most of the time our subconscious mind tries to kind of hide all the statements about money, about success, about love, about other people and everything, that the rubbish we have in our head tries to mask it, and we're trying to be very gentle with ourselves, and mostly humans are trying to mask their own thoughts about like these negative thoughts they have. Always being honest about core beliefs you have about success, love. You need to constantly try to rewire them, and it happens only by being honest with yourself and writing your beliefs down very, very honestly, And for example, I want my dream body, right? But I always had belief that if I'm not gonna suffer and diet, like, I'm not gonna drop weight ever. And it was not easy to be honest with myself, because I was trying to, stay positive and affirm that, yes, it is very easy for me to be energetic and in my best shape ever. But the thing is, if subconsciously you have different thought, it's gonna clash. First, you need to become honest with yourself, write down all these beliefs and statements, and then turn it into opposite. Now that you became aware of those negative beliefs you've had, then it is safer to turn it around. And then it starts to work in your favor. And these are the changes that truly allows everything to flourish inside and outside. There's a bonus key that I really want to mention, and it is having a morning and nighttime rituals. 5-10 minute rituals where you keep your focus totally on yourself. Only on yourself. Only on your enjoyment and relaxing. It could be skincare routine, it could be lighting up candles, it could be burning sage or pulling tarot cards, journaling. It is a combination of all of them for me. So maybe you could find something that calms you very, very much, because focusing on yourself also rewires your brain. It kind of tells your subconscious mind that you are the center. These things constantly shape your mindset and landscape of your mind. Then it becomes easier for your higher self to connect with you through thoughts, through new ideas, even through to-do lists that you're gonna make for tomorrow. One of them could change whole your life. That is how you connect with your higher self, being self-focused, trying to hear yourself. And it is very nourishing, and it feels good. It just feels good not to over philosophize it. It just feels good to focus on yourself. Obviously, this topic goes even deeper than what I've mentioned, but these are probably foundational ones that really, really helped me stick to these things for 2 weeks, and you will definitely see a change in your energy levels and even in your outside life. Not only inwards, but outside world's gonna start to change, and you will notice this. And I don't want you to think of these keys as independent things that you could choose few of them and do them. No, these are something that work and have effect only if you work on other things as well. Like, for example, only food and sleep, and for example, only gym and food are not gonna work as much as if you would do inner work as well. But also, only inner work is not gonna have much effect on your life if you're eating shitty food, if you're not sleeping well, if you're not moving. It's gonna be way, way harder without each other, because your mental, physical, and spiritual body, all of them are in sync and they need to be taken care of together in order for you to change something inwards and outwards and actually feel the shift. So yeah, I love sharing about things that really worked for me, and I'm definitely working on ways to share it even in a more clearer way, so more people benefit from these things as I did. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate that you are here, and especially if you stayed till the end, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.